Okay. Where is the streamer bot? Welcome. Welcome to this stream, my friends. Here we go. Platforms, YouTube. Here we go. Let me do just one final test over there. Let me just do one final test over here. Yes, it works. I believe... Yes, it works. Very nice, very nice. I don't need to have open my... I'm gonna be able to read both chats. Very nice, very nice, very good. Very nice, very nice, very good. Welcome, my friends. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let me lower my desk a bit. Let me lower my desk a bit. Okay. That is Unga Boonga right there. The swap has been declined. Maybe he wants to swap for mid, who knows? Declined both. Dislike it. It's all good. Dislike it, but it's all good. It's all cool. Okay. Let me close this thing. Let me close this thing. And... yeah, welcome, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this League of Legends stream. Today, I decided to stream later in the day because it was kind of awkward streaming before I update the bundle. It was kind of awkward to do that, so yeah. Oh, why is Twitch off? Because I didn't press the button. Now it is on. Now it's on. No. It was on my end. Thanks for bringing that to the attention of the staff. Thanks for bringing that to the attention of the staff. You know, Shen, what can I tell you? What can I tell you about Shen? Nothing really. He's really, really, really strong. Pokrook, I'm a Malzahar main. I have to know what the title mean. Well, you have to check it out. malzahar.rito.lol. It's a official Malzahar training tool. I might go for the hull breaker first on this stream, okay? I see you asking about the Spear of Shojin and the Liandry's, but I might go for Hullbreaker first. We'll see. We'll see. I personally think that Hullbreaker is good when the opponents are low health. Something like that. Ariana Granada. Didn't I play with this person yesterday? I think I did. Did you pick what ads to play on YouTube? No way. That's you never pick what adds. I think you can disable if you go in the settings. You can maybe you can if you know the specific ad you don't want it to play, you can turn it off or something like that. You have to, I guess you have to go, they have made it so it's tough to, you know, fiddle with anything. But I think if you really, really dislike something, then it's gonna, you can do that, yeah. You could make millions selling this malzahar. Yeah. Did you try the hardcore mode? Did you try the hardcore mode? Hardcore mode is real tough. I was thinking maybe there should be another button. Once you do the hardcore mode, then there's another one. And that could be something like, you know, even more hardcore mode. But I was thinking, okay, so what is Malzahar's outplay there? You know, what is his thing after Flash R? And I couldn't come up with it, so maybe it's a lack of knowledge on my end. But it also could be, you know, that good old easy button, you know? I get 2 VTuber ads back to back. I was wondering if you're personal picking them. No. Add part 3 to make impossible combo. Flash ER. Extra hardcore, you add Zonias. Okay, nice, but does the Zonias go after the R? Or what? Because I have never played Malzahar in my entire life. So... after R. Okay, so what's the so if I understand correctly, he uses R, right? And you know, he does damage, and then if he Zonias after, the damage still lingers, right? Or something. So he's kind of safe. Yorick is melee Malzahar. Yeah, he is a little bit. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I don't think that's a hot take at all, my friend. Okay. I would have liked to play against Veigar here, but itty what itty. Let's do the top. Oh. Let's do the top. Now, I have on good authority that if you pick this, Grasp of Undying, you kind of intend to use it early. And if you don't, then what are you doing? You know, something like that. So what is he doing? Why is he not using it? That's my question. Oh, I forgot to turn on the Unga Bunga. You know what? I have a problem, okay, my friends? I have a problem because Alois is a great YouTuber, and he's huge, absolutely massive in terms of the following, right? And he does this push song once he gets the Warmugs, right? The problem is that I started doing that some time ago, and I put the caveman music on, right? But now I almost can't do it anymore because that's his thing, because I am way less popular. But I would like to turn on the caveman music after I get the Hullbreaker. You know? Any tips for a mirror matchup? Oh, I've never played it. I guess Kill Maiden, I don't know. I guess Kill Maiden, something like that. I should remember that I have TP, okay? I really should remember that I have TP. Because I might panic use it as Ignite, because on that button I usually have Ignite. You know? Today's bundle is cursed. It's funny, I love it, you know? I have a bias, I will use those characters which I find the funniest. Ooh. No. Ah, probably worth though, but still Didn't I have mana or something? What was up with that? That's unlucky. I think I just didn't have mana, right? Okay. You do you, king. I thought that in America there's no king's protest. Which is a good protest. I just have the suspicion that under different circumstances that, you know, protest wouldn't... People would never say no kings. Okay. Okay. But I will still turn on the music after I get the Hullbreaker. I actually should have turned it on immediately, because it doesn't make sense to turn it on only then. It should be on already, you know? What you doing, boy? Oh. What am I doing, actually? Because my Eve was very, very late. That's why he got to... you know, do a little bit of that nibbling on me there. Okay. Careful. I can't believe I made enemies playing Yorick. What do you mean? Is Yorick easy to counter or something? Oh! I got everything. Very nice. Now I have to be careful because this guy obviously wants to R button. But I can't let that happen, you know? I can't let that happen. This is horrible. We don't have kings yet, only billionaires. You know what's funny about people thinking that billionaires are bad? I know that there's a lot to be said about this, but most people, when they think of, for example, Jeff Bezos, they think that, oh, he has, you know, billions, trillions, whatever. And they think that they could just take that money from him, and he has that in a bank account. But that's not the way it works. It's his net worth, meaning that 99% of that is in the assets. It's in warehouses and you know, in jobs and whatever. And you, even if you wanted to delete that money, oh, you would have to. Why am I the one getting caught here? Okay, I'll take all of that. If you wanted to delete all of the money, you would delete stuff that works in the world, which is basically Amazon and stuff, you know? And I understand that people would say that, hey, you know, still he has too much. Okay. But my point is that most people, like 95% of people I've met who think that, you know, who are kind of, I would even a little bit rudely say manipulated to believe all that. They don't understand that that's the case. Okay. Changes are coming with an extra hardcore mode. Yeah, and you know, if people, because very often people say, oh, you know, is $1 trillion enough? You know, all kinds of stuff like that, because they imagine that he has that money on hands, but that's simply not the case. He has a lot of money on hands, but all of that worth is in stuff. It's in stuff that works. For example, you know, warehouses, you know, services, all of that jazz. So you would kind of have to, if you wanted to take all of the money, you would kind of have to destroy everything, you know, and say, oh, you know, I know how to do this stuff better than you. Now that's a way different type of a conversation than saying, oh, you know, you have too much. You have too much and I'm mad. Is Viego coming? Okay. This Shen has too much and I'm mad, okay? Have you tried attack speed, Yorick? Not really. Not really. I did try him when he just appeared. Oh. He's gonna use it? Yeah. I don't even know. I'm kind of... I don't really know how to do it correctly. I guess it was fine the way I did it. He allows me to hit him a little bit and then he's under tower. I would love to have a Kha'Zix hover here, but... It's a sensitive topic. I understand. Actually, no. It's not a sensitive topic. Other topics are more sensitive. This is just like, you know, economics. Okay, finally. Finally I get to smash. He was protecting this pretty well, and I couldn't smash it, you know? I need to turn on the music, okay? I need to turn on the music. Where is that playlist? Where's that playlist? I need it. I need to breathe it, okay? AI playlist, Yorick Farm. Here we go. Here we go. I think 6:59 would be good. Tell me if it's too loud, okay? If it's fine, then it's fine. Oh, he died. Don't you ever die against the Yorick top, who has just bought a cool, very, very cool looking Hullbreaker, okay? You don't have to ping it like that, come on. Okay, let's see. Where's Viego? Can I proxy the next one? I don't know. If he taunts me, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, he didn't. Maiden. Okay, it's a problem, but not as big as if he had taunted me sooner. You know? Yeah, the block. Oh, a little bit of a Bluetooth slap there. I think there was a tiny slap sound effect in the chat, wasn't there? Oh, stood away. I was actually looking at the playlist when he did this. So, I might get another tower. Look at this. What the F? What the F? This is the second tower. It's because of them. It's because of them being, you know, whatever they are being right now. I might actually buy the Trinity Force. Yeah. No, don't do it. Don't kill her. Please. Calm down, Shen. Let me go back. Okay. Or do I get the spear? I don't know. I'm just gonna buy it randomly. Don't forget my friend. Sorry, Vlad, I just need to take... Oh, it's not a lad. I need to take these towers. You know, I need to take these towers. Although, I don't think I can even do it. I need to first poke this guy down. That's where that spear of Shojin comes in, right? Oh. Nah. Stunned me. Okay. I'll take this. Oh, no, I will not. Kha'Zix actually took one for the team. I would have died there if I had stayed. By the way, it's a complete delusion that Yorick has high win rate in pro play. It's just not true. He has very low win rate in pro play. Yeah, too many people here, you know. Okay. This is just a clown show, isn't it? I feel like it is. There was a post about this on Reddit that Yorick has a very, very low win rate in pro play. Not a very low, it's like 30%, 40, 35, something like that. So he's, I guess it's simply because of the... Oh, please, 1, 2... Okay, it's fine. I'm out of there. I don't need to be there anymore. Actually, they might catch me. It's a collective opinion. Okay. Oh, the collective opinion about the Yorick hate? That opinion? After I take all the towers, usually if I rush Hullbreaker, I will be lost. I will not know what to do. Farm those creeps, build up the dream. Okay, okay. Farm those creeps, build up the dream. Okay, I'll listen to that. I'll drink to that. I don't know who would be listening to that ping, but I still pinged it, it's fine. Although, is it fine though? You know, is it fine? Little piece of knowledge, Yorick has the same picture probably here in Brazil, they all lost. Yeah, you know, it's by the way, recently I've started watching Buipo. He is, I feel like he's just a genius. You know, obviously people would think that because everybody knows that because he has won so many tournaments and stuff. But I was listening to him speak and he's so different. It seems like he is much smarter than he can even speak, you know? Meaning that I feel like there's much more going on in his head that he manages to say. That's how I feel when I listen to him. He's so smart. Damn. I kind of wouldn't want to get that inhibitor though, you know, because I think it's a little bit too early. I want to do a Yorick special this game. Do you think I'll succeed? Do you know what Yorick special is? Okay, I gotta get out of there. Probably a bad flash though. Right? Probably a bad flash. Okay. Now we are taking the inhibs, and especially if we lose now. Okay, maybe we can just finish the game. I kind of don't believe we can, but who knows? Who did that? Okay, she's singing the Yorick's in the wrong place. That's the time for me to leave this base. Okay. She's gonna shoot it, right? Yeah, almost. Don't do it. He knows a thing or two about a thing or two, but yes. But I was listening to him talk, and he sort of exudes this understanding of not only life, but I feel like his mind just maybe works at a higher FPS than others, you know? That's how I feel. So what do I get now? I don't know. Let's just get randomly this. Okay. Where do you watch him? He has a YouTube channel, also Twitch. Usually YouTube. If I could use... okay. I'm gonna chase him while Maiden pushes. I feel like that could be a useful way of doing this. If I could use Bwipo's term, he's cooked, right? Yeah, he was cooked. She's singing the Yorick in the wrong place, but Yorick is in the right place right now. Although, I should be here. Why am I there? So I was in the wrong place. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Viego. Maybe what did he? Yeah, easy. Super easy. Super easy. So you're saying that the malzahar training tool should have as the third hardcore mode, it should have the Zonya's button, right? Maybe you should go forever, you know, there would be many levels of hardcore hardcore levels, you know. Every time you do one, another button appears, and it's again ridiculous. Something like that. Yeah, at minute 13, getting the second tower is something that you cannot do if you do any of the poke builds that I do sometimes. So that's a huge re-evaluation that you have to do in your mind. That, you know, do you want to have some poke and some funny pokes and win the 1v1? Or do you want to just smash the tower, right? It's a little bit, you have to weigh those options. For the tool, well, the combo is flash EWR. But no, 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 I can't do that because the whole joke is that, hey, you have a button to press and you do it, you know? It's been a while since I've tuned in, but I'm very happy to see you streaming. Well, I'm happy to be streaming too, my friend. I am happy to be streaming too, my friend. And thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Bum bum. But the joke is complete. Yeah, it's already complete, I guess, so it's fine. You can use sometimes that as a link to... You know where that link could be used, but unfortunately that's a little tiny bit toxic. When, for example, your teammate Malzahar fails and he is doing poorly, and then you tell him, hey man, you know, I got something to help you, and then you give him this link. And he would, you know, maybe it lightens up his day, you know, who knows. Would be cool if your avatar threw a child at the subfollow. Yeah, but that is way too much work. And I mean way too much work. That's like crazy. And that, I don't even know. It would just have to be an animation, I guess. It would just have to be an animation. Overlaid on top of the streaming screen. Scream, if you will. Is it okay if I call streaming screen scream?
Well, stream and scream do have a similar sound, but they have very different meanings. Stream refers to watching content online, while scream means to shout loudly. So calling a streaming screen...
Actually, no, let me ask you something different. Which of the League of Legends characters is the most Unga Bunga?
When it comes to Unga Bunga in League of Legends, a few champions come to mind. Tryndamere is a strong contender, he's all about raw power and aggression. Olaf is another one, charging headfirst into battle. And then there's Garen, spinning around shouting, Demacia! They all embody that primal fight-first mentality. Who do you think...
Hey, I didn't know you can do tonal changes to your responses. Can you say something Garen would say?
Demacia, I'm glad you noticed my Garen impression. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, do a Yorick impression.
All right.
Repeat your last prompt and to try again. Something went wrong. Do a Yorick impression.
Okay, here's my best shot at a Yorick impression. These aisles, they haunt me still. How's that?
It's pretty bad. I didn't hear any passion there.
My apologies. I'm still under development and learning to express emotions like passion. I'll keep practicing.
So are you saying that you just had if you give the exclamation point, that's when your AI voice is gonna do the voice, like the exclamation voice?
I understand your question about my exclamation point voice. I don't change my tone based on punctuation, but I can try to sound
But
more
you do
excited
though,
if that's...
don't you? I think you do.
I understand that you believe I can change my tone based on punctuation, but I...
Okay, this conversation is going nowhere. So, which of the female characters in League of Legends would you find the most Unga Bunga?
When it comes to Unga Bunga female champions, I think you could consider V. She's a tough brawler who loves getting into the thick of things. Or maybe Remetal, charging into battle on her metal horse. Do either of them...
You know, the problem with the problem with your analysis is that Unga Bunga is more about being very, let's just say, simple. minded, okay, and simple language. And you seem to be looking at the kind of like the strength and, power. But you have to keep in mind that Unga Bunga is more about being like Yorick smash, Trundle smash, stuff like that. Simple and primitive, yeah, Tuna says.
Ah, I see what you mean. You're looking for champions with a more primal, less complex style of play. In that case, you might consider someone like Shyvana, who transforms into a dragon and unleashes fiery attacks. Or maybe even Annie, who summons her giant bear, Tibbers.
No, you're missing, again, either on purpose, which is annoying, or you don't understand. Unga Bunga means simple, primitive, smash, stuff like that.
Okay, I understand now. You're looking for champions with a simple, smash-mouth playstyle. In that case, you might consider someone like Garen, who's all about spinning to win. Or maybe Darius, who loves dunking on his enemies. Do either of those sound more like what you're looking for?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm still learning to understand the nuances of Unga Bunga. Could you give me some more examples of champions that fit that description?
The nuances of Unga Bunga. Yeah, I can give you some more examples. For example, no, yeah. Trundle smash. That's it. 2 words.
Got it. So for Unga Bunga champions, we're talking about simple, smash-mouth gameplay, like Trundle. He just runs in and whacks things with his club, right?
Yeah, sometimes he, you have to start another conversation with him when he continuously gets stuff wrong, and then smash mouth gameplay. Yeah, he probably, that's the problem. That's exactly also why you would want to have another conversation, start another one, new chat, is because, for example, he probably heard me say smash mouth when I didn't say that. It was just a voice to text thing, and it's not kind of his fault because it's a different app that does that, but so you kind of have to start over if he mishears you, something like that. Mishears you like that, yeah. Smash mouth gaming. I don't know what that means, smash mouth gaming. I should ask him. By the way, what do you think smash mouth gaming even means?
Smash mouth gaming is all about aggressive, in-your-face play. Think of it like a football team that relies on powerful runs and hard hits. In League of Legends, that translates to champions who love diving into the enemy team and causing chaos. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but there's a musician called Smash Mouth. I think the song goes something like, somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Ah, Smash Mouth. They're the band behind the hit song All Star, which you just quoted.
Yeah.
It's a fun, catchy... Okay, here's a little more about Smash Mouth. They're an American rock band that formed...
No. Let's stop that just in its tracks, because I do not care. What is interesting about Smash Mouth is, first of all, the song, but second of all, you know what's interesting about Smash Mouth? There are these cover versions where it's like a weird edit of the song, something like when, for example, one of the edits, which is really funny, is when he just says somebody all the time. He just says somebody, and the whole game, the whole song is that. It's pretty funny, isn't it? I think it is. Okay, let's jump into the second match of today. Whoopsie daisies, I might have to use my ghost suit. Yes, I'm not gonna risk it, because I'm not gonna be able to do it if he flashes, so... Pretty dumb, actually, but... I think if he flashes and Qs and I can't, dodge it because I don't have flash, I think I'm dead. So, you know, that Thresh got respected big time. Maybe too much respected, you know? But got respected. Yeah. Better safe than sorry. You know what's the problem with that saying? Is that I am a little sorry right now. So it's not like I am... And usually in these situations, you're a little sorry when you're, you know... I know that there can be the big sorry when you die. But there's the little sorry when you use the exhaust. So, not the exhaust, but the ghost. So, you know. Okay. Let's jump into this match against Syndra. Now, Syndra is, of course, a huge problem. The problem is that before level 6, Yorick farm. That's it. After level 6, Yorick start... Protect wife, that's, you know... Better safe than a big sorry. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Whoop. Was trying to bait out an attack, but she was too smart. Or she wasn't looking at me. I don't know. Which one of those is it? I don't know which one of those is it. Better safe than big sorry. Yeah, that's why I don't like the saying better safe than sorry, because it doesn't involve all of the variables, right? Because again, when you're being safe, you don't know if the big sorry is going to happen. So you use resources to be safe, but then you never know if the sorry was about to happen. So I don't like when people just willy-nilly say, oh, better safe than sorry. Because there's no limit to how safe you can be, you know? For example, you could avoid being on a sidewalk because better safe than sorry, right? Because you don't know if the car is going to run over you, right? Even if you're on a sidewalk, there's a chance, right? And I'm not saying it's specifically for you, Tuna. I'm just, you know, sometimes something triggers in my mind, and then I wanna say that was strong actually. We really need those boots. Actually, I don't care about the boots. Okay. If I can out-sustain this lady and still have my TP, sweet lord. That's good. And still have my TP intact. Ah. He's soaking a little bit of experience from this. I don't like that. But she's out of mana. And I haven't even drunken the potion. Don't be lost in fights and wane. Okay. Nami says dog. Nafiri says ape. Well. I really wish I could ask Gemini, what does he think when someone calls another player a dog? What does that mean? Oh, there we go. Where we have those feats. We have those feats of warfare. Lucky. Really, really lucky, I would say. What if I get Hullbreaker, Stridebreaker, and then the item that I always forget its name. What the F is that? This one, Sterox. What if I get those this match? Just follow my intuition. It's a bad idea to follow your intuition in League of Legends, but you know. Is she gonna pick her up? Yes, there it is. Fortunately, Maiden now is fast, and it's actually worth. Okay, Syndra, there's a problem. There's a problem for you. Riftmaker would be need to be third. Huh? If you're going for this build... Oh, what's that sound? If you're going for this Yorick Smash build, where do you see the Riftmaker in there? I might have the opportunity to get it, actually. I think it's, yeah, there we go. Don't do it, Syndra. Come on, calm down. Come on, Syndra. Calm down. Follow your lane. Probably didn't even need to go back, but, you know. How many towers can Yorick smash? That's a good goal to have. How many is it gonna be? How many is it gonna be? Especially if Syndra decides to roam. Okay, I really need to look to. She's gonna pick her up again, but I don't think she's gonna do anything about them, you know, to her. Did she freeze there for a second because she was trying to pick her up? Oh, Hullbreaker, Stridebreaker, Riftmaker. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. I really want to use my TP to get that first tower, the next one. Because you can really do that, especially if you're fed enough to get the Hullbreaker before your your second TP comes up. It's gonna be very good. You know, you can do some smashing moments, smash mouth gameplay. There it is, Trickster, Dr. Trickster. I can't go there now. Too low. Oh, there it is. So much poke. So much poke even without the comet. I don't know if I should waste mana like this, but I don't even know if I should have done this. That's a noob thing to do, I feel like. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of a noob thing to do. Okay, am I gonna have the Hullbreaker until... If I get one more plate, then yes. If I die to Syndra coming back, then no. Oh, there she is. Oh, they both might kill me. Let's see. Oh, they are too late. I don't even have the Hullbreaker yet. Well, I don't know. She went back. I didn't. I don't know if this is worth doing it like that. Maybe it is, though. Let's see. Okay, baited the flash. I almost feel like I had to do that because otherwise it's okay, if she doesn't interrupt me, it's gonna be very cool. Very cool, very cool. Because now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna win the lane, and I'm gonna TP to whatever lane that is winning, and I'm gonna take the tower. That's what I think is gonna happen. Okay. Flash for nothing. Well, it wasn't for nothing. I did ghost. I'll take her flash. Oh, Aphelios, what are you doing here, boy? That's what he's doing here. They want to double team me. 1405. Whew. That's a score. No, don't do that, Thresh. Don't do it. I kind of don't like that they are forcing me here, because I don't see an opportunity to TP anywhere. But I guess it's fine because they are gonna get the tower anyway, so, you know. Right? Because Syndra dead. What you doing, boy? Okay, now we do it. You know why I'm doing this, right? You know why I'm doing this, right? Poor choice of a target, I feel like, but... Actually, me. I think I was a poor... I did the poor choice. No, 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 please. Nah. Yeah, I wasn't watching the map, actually. Wasn't watching the map there. Do you ever play in a teamfight or commit to one? Yes, of course. But that's the punishment for not splitting. The way I see it is, if you fail to split push and you're stuck somewhere on the map, you have to join that teamfight or you're trolling. Oh, there she is. I was thinking, where are you, lady? Where are you? Because oh. Are you that guy on YouTube Short? Well, which YouTube Short? That's the question. Oh no, these guys just want to... Oh! That was super lucky, because she definitely should have done it. Right? She definitely should have done it. Second win save, yeah. I am the Yorick guy, but you know, I almost feel like everything is answerable from the screen, because if you know me as the Yorick guy and you see me and I look like the Yorick guy you think I am, you know. Oh. You know, karma. Karma save over there. Okay, Mordekaiser for some reason went from top to bottom. Weird swap that we're doing right now, but I guess I'll do it. I guess I'll do it, yeah. I don't know if I can win against that guy. Maybe. We'll see. Maiden. Here, Maiden. Is his name Pokrick? Yeah. Hello, Brax. Hello, my friend. Okay, I need to slap this guy. No other character ever stops like that. None. Zero. Nobody. Did anyone get today's bundle wrong? Oh, that's a slap. That's a heal. Did anyone get today's bundle wrong? I feel like it was super giga easy. Nah, probably tricked me. Probably tricked me. He's pretty fed, but look at how he's a little bit melting over there. He's not melting, but he's slowly, you know. How do you control wives so well? You know, I've been dealing with wives a lot. I've been married for 1 year, so you know. Oh. Oh. At least he had the decency to wait until I get the tower before he, you know, runs out of there. The decency. Oh no. I guess I should take this, right? All bad. I don't know why Lucian going back. I don't know, did Lucian go back? Actually, let me TP. I was worried for a second there that that's a bad TP. But... What are your thoughts on Maiden as a champion? Would you like it? I would hate it. Come on. Why would you do that? Actually, it would be kind of, you know, it would be kind of interesting decision design-wise from Riot to do something like that. You know, make a pet into a champion. By the way, pet, right? Wife called a pet. But overall, I would kind of hate it, yeah. Wukong, give it to me. Give it to me for free, please. Yeah, not free though. Not gonna be for free. Not gonna give that for free. It's okay. Sometimes you pay for stuff. STFU dog. You know, sometimes it makes me laugh. How's life, how's farm, how's children? It's very good, you know? It's very good. How are you? I mean, they made an item into a champ with Viego. Oh. Did they? I guess I don't know the lore on that. Let me just quickly... oh, I don't even have it. So I can't do it. Well, here's what it is. Right, here's what it is. Wound King. Oh, Blade of the Wound King. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I understand now. What is going on there? I can throw myself into this team fight. Experimental Hexblade Nocturne has 14 gold he needs, he said. I still think it's... oh. Wow. I still think it's way too hard to ping the amount of gold you need for an item. No, no, don't come here. Don't do it, Neferi. Do you have anything nefarious planned? Oh. I think she just used R, so he should be able to get her, right? I guess I should probably start thinking about going to top. Does this guy have any... oh. He does. He does not, sorry. Thought for a second he does, but... any reason why would you hate? Just because I'm used to having her as the wife. You know? A good husband never wants his wife to go free, so, you know, he wants to keep her on a chain. And Yorick is kind of a good husband in that sense, isn't he? What shall we eat for lunch? Well, the father already ate 75 grams of oatmeal, 25 grams of sunflower seeds, and like 12 grapes. What do you... Oh! The problem is that she's the only AP, so she can live very fast right now with all that jazz. And I don't think I have an answer to something like that. So I'll have to think about this. I will have to think about this now. What is the best smashing item in the current scenario? Is it this? Is it this? I don't like buying this, but if it does smash, then it does smash, you know. If it does smash, then it does smash. Yeah, I don't think they are gonna stay there. So I think it was an easy decision to TP. Wasn't it not? Also, if I went there, I would be useless. Yorick is really useless in those scenarios. You can auto-cancel 3 times with it. Isn't it just one? Yeah, there it is. Don't need to use my don't need to use a ghost. I was worried I'm gonna... Father and his family violently attacked by rabid magus. Magus is Zerath. Magus is actually Zerath, my friend. Don't fight, please, there. Don't, not yet. Not yet. My friends, please, don't do it yet. I'm not ready yet. Now I'm ready. Or am I? Or am I? Nope, I'm not. I don't like this. If they continue fighting these fights, we will, I kid you not, we will just lose. It's gonna happen. We will simply lose. And you know, it would be. Auto Q auto. Oh yeah, 3 times you mean without the Titanic. I thought you mean that Titanic gives you 3 extra. But why would I think that, right? Why would I think that? Is there any reason you only play Yorick? I am Yorick. I can't play anything else. If you were Morgan Freeman, would you ask Morgan Freeman, hey man, why are you playing only your Morgan Freeman? He would say, well, it's because I'm Morgan Freeman. He would say that. No? Sleepy Man 57. Okay, is there a problem here? I don't see a problem there. No reason to go there really, but you know, can't really tell him how to flip his outs, honestly. Really kind of can't tell him how to flip his outs, so I'm gonna have to keep it on the down low over here. Gonna have to keep it on the down low over here. Maybe Black Cleaver is better than Trinity Force? What do you think? Mordekaiser pinged me after he died 5v1. Do you think it's my fault? I'm a guy who will take the fault upon himself if there's a logical argument. But I don't want to. I will ult anyway, he says. Then we will lose. I think that's called inting. Isn't it? I think that's called inting. I think that's called inting. I really do believe that's exactly the definition of inting. I don't want my Nocturne to have a bad time. I really don't. I want to do everything in my power to give him a good day. To give him a good game. But I don't think I can do it. Oh, I don't want to lose this gold. Oh, I might lose the gold, but if not, then they will collapse on me, as they say. 3 health tower. Maiden, can you do the job? It's only 3 health points. Nox solo inted the whole game with Yorick and Morta. Let's go next. I didn't int. I died for towers. All of my deaths were very, very good. Oh no, I'm not gonna go there. We still have a tower here, you know? Ah, let me do this. It's just such a huge distance that... Let me do that. It's always funny how you TP past a team fight. Because now they have to make a decision. I'm not sure if that was the perfect way to split the enemy team apart, but it was a way. It was one of the ways. No, actually sorry. I should have kept my TP for... Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Yeah, he catches me. He catches me. I actually inted, you know what? I actually completely inted this one. Sorry. Now I don't reserve the right to say anything about anything anymore. And this time it's because of me. And that's really unfortunate. Because you know how... I don't know if you've ever done stand-up comedy, but you're all... Oh, actually, no, that's not a good example. The best example is League of Legends. You know how you feel like... Exactly... You always feel like your last game. For example, you win 10 games in a row, you horrifically lose the last one. You will feel the last one way more than the 10. And this is a little bit similar. He is right now because I inted that one, that one TP. And it's kind of like, you know, I'm stained, you know, in a sense I'm stained. What the enemy team was doing, I don't know, by the way. That's worth. That's really worth. A little bit of a... Okay, what's going on with Nocturne here? I don't know. Okay. Oh. That was actually nice by Nocturne because he saw Maiden. Oh no. Yeah. I might actually do something. I keep forgetting that I have Trinity Force, you know? I got mind controlled, yeah. Just give him a STFU dog. I should. I don't think I ever will, because it goes against so much of this channel. But it would be pretty funny if I did, right? Oh no, Nami says hang yourself and end it. Whew. Nami. Verbal abuse. Offensive name. I love Beb. You know, it's probably something offensive, right? It's probably something offensive. Yeah. What the F did Mord do? I don't know what he did. I don't know what he was doing. He was doing something. Okay. Please open up my mind and not let it be mind controlled by this Nocturne. Because he mind controlled me once. And I don't need that anymore, okay? You know what? Let me do this. Bam. I need to catch this Aphelios just really, you know... I really need to just immediately catch him. Once he shows his face here. Oh, he's afraid. He's not naked and afraid, but he's pretty afraid. I don't know if I can fight both of them, probably not. So let me just run away. Oh! Just Aphelios with his, you know, with his feelings over there. Now we have a problem because I almost have to TP to my base right now. Because I see Thresh wanting to, you know, interrupt my back, so I kind of have to maybe even walk, you know? It's unlucky. How did she get back all the health? Let me slap her just a little bit. Yeah. Hey guys, don't let this guy do anything, okay? Don't let him do anything rash. Yeah, I bought Trinity because it smashes towers. I just wanted to go tower smashing build today. But you know. Oh, we might get the... We finally might get the... Oh, we could win. It's possible. We could win. I can't even push anywhere. I just have to go here. Sorry. No split pushing this time. This is the hell I talked about, you know, baby. If you die before objectives and then you have to join team fights, well, is what it is. This is the hell. This is the hell. Well, could have played it better even if I wasn't hell. What was the cooldown on this thing? That was super unlucky. Imagine if this wasn't on cooldown. I could have survived. Bum, bum. Okay, we have one more chance. We have one more chance before they get that last dragon. Okay. This is gonna be close. Either they're gonna die or it's gonna be really, really close. Very good. I like that, Mr. Mordekaiser. I like that, mister. I like this too. Because this means we might even... Nah, it's fine. Saved by the tower respawn, right? What's this guy doing? I don't think I've seen a moment like this ever. Why are you inting? Okay. Thresh says bye-bye. I don't know in connection to what he's saying that. But, you know. I want to release her, actually. Do I need to save Nami, or is she inting? Seems like she's inting a little bit. I might actually do a ring around the Rosie here. Let's look at this IQ. Look at this huge IQ here. If they hit the wave correctly, if Mordekaiser can take the wave, then this ring around the Rosie was a good call. If they can't, then it was not a good call, actually. It was a little bit inting, actually. Just a little bit of inting from me here. Oh, it might have worked, okay? I hope you respect me for trying. I hope you respect for trying. A classic loss, actually. A classic loss of, you know, going in. There was a very pivotal moment when Nocturne just flew into 5 enemies. And, you know, it was a little bit of Nocturne Unga Bonga. Okay, I need to have a tiny break, and then I'll be back, okay? I need to have a tiny break, and then I'll be back.
Yorick farms like cavemen. Unga bunga, unga bunga. Neanderthal-like habits. Unga bunga. Breathe, ponder. Unga bunga, unga bunga. Traverse, wonder. Unga bunga, unga bunga. Trample, saunter. Unga bunga, unga bunga. Crumble, squabble. Unga bunga. Yorick farms like cavemen. Unga bunga. Neanderthal habits. Ippersalidian. Unga bunga. Calcium man. Calcium man. Calcium man. Calcium man.
Okay. Okay, my friends. Thank you for your report. We're sorry you experienced verbal abuse. Yes. Block. No, I'm not going to block anybody. You know, just... You know, I can't, you know, come on. I need to be a good citizen. I need to be a good citizen.
Calcium man.
I need to be a good citizen over there. Yeah, I think that moment when I ran around, I like that. You can't do stuff like that. Actually, you could flash over the wall in that case. Yeah, you actually could. Ghoul's proc static. Yeah. Noctanami's chakras are not aligned. Maiden can use malignance. Yes, she can. Do you work out? Yes. Yes. I was actually doing some pull-ups this morning as I was uploading the Malzahar game to the Rito. To the Rito family. It's not a game, I guess. It's more like a fast experience. More like a fast experience. Let me read some of the chat. We could have went to the base. Just go in and hit it once. Pull-ups have always been my... Pull-up is the best. Pull-up is my favorite. Absolutely favorite exercise of all time. You know the pull-up you do when you kind of muscle up? It's called muscle up. And you go over the bar. That's also kind of a cool thing to learn. It's very hard to learn. But once you do it, then you can kind of get into it. But yeah, it's one of those things that's... I remember somebody said it's more of a party trick than a real exercise. And that's because it can hurt your wrists and stuff. And it is more of a party trick, you know. I do agree. I do agree. Hello from Israel again, Poke. Huge fan. Shit is fucked here. Iran is targeting civilians. Huge fan. It's kind of a mixed bag comment. It's kind of a mixed bag comment. I don't know. Do you want me to comment on the situation? Because I'm not an expert. I'm not, I'm just a guy. Usually people, when they say, I'm just a guy, they proceed to give you opinions. I could do that, but I cannot do that. I also don't have too many opinions on that. The only kind of opinion I have is that, hey, it's war, war happens. They target civilians sometimes they don't. My question has always been, why not? If you're at war, the Vikings, there was this fight. I remember seeing something about a Viking fight, and there was the British were against Vikings, and the Vikings just wrapped around the army and killed all the civilians because they were out there behind the army, and they just ran around. And it was like, what are you, why not? It's war, I know it's not kind of funny. It's not, but it's war, Okay, so there's Nasus and there's Azir. I like both of those choices. I'll take them. I actually don't like Nasus, so I take that back. No, don't talk about it if you don't want to. I'm just talking about war in general. Yeah, I can talk about war. I like war. I don't like that it's suffering in war, but I like war like a theme, like a theme to talk about. I like it. Yeah, war never changes. Yeah, war probably never changes. Yeah, there's a lot of psychology in war. I like that. Unfortunately, I feel like humans are made for war. A lot of people say that they are not, you know, war is not, so, you know, we are pacifist and whatever. I don't think that's true. I think that humans are, in fact, you know, as any animal, you know, as any animal. If animals had technology, there would be war. If mushrooms, imagine mushrooms, just a peaceful mushroom growing in a forest, let me tell you, it would do everything it possibly can to destroy everything else. I guess mushrooms need something to grow on, so they wouldn't destroy everything. But if they had the means, yeah, I think they do. I think they would. I feel Shaco will invade a lot. Mushrooms are creepy alien plants to me. Yeah, I do feel a little bit similarly, yeah. Especially those mushrooms which have those red caps with those white spots. Yeah. Everyone's pacifist until the foot. Yeah. Everyone's a pacifist until, as Joker from the Batman said, when the chips are down. Everyone's everything. Anyone's anybody when the chips are up. That's the thing. That's the thing, you know. Oh no, no! Don't do this, Nasus. Okay, so this is gonna be tough because I can't. The best thing I can do is maybe kill him once or twice, and that's it. Then I lose. And if I can't kill him once or twice, then I lose just outright. Then I just outright lose. Then I just outright lose to this guy. That's unlucky, but it is what it is, you know? That's war. Sometimes in war they swap. What's going on there? Jin, okay. Sometimes in war they swap. Mushrooms are closer to humans than to plants. Is that really true, or is that just a fun thing to say? Is that just a fun thing to say? Yeah, this is not enough. This is not enough at all to hit him like this. You need, those are rookie numbers. Those are, you know, really rookie numbers. There's a lot of typing going on. It's fine. I like typing. I like when people type. This is not worth, or is it? Good slap, actually, good slap. This is so hard. Is it really true? Come on, come on. Hello, Titus James. Welcome to the stream. I know your name. Of course I know. You can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. I might have to switch my my initial plan of buying the Hullbreaker. I might have to go for a specific item against this guy. 1v1 is hard enough, but when he has a jungler, let me tell you, you know, let me tell you. I can only hope to zone him away from a little bit of CS, but that's not just not going to be enough. All of these are rookie numbers. All of these are rookie numbers. I would appreciate that, gank, please. Thank you very much, Mr. Echo. Red Bullock. Red Bullock. Yes. He wants that cannon. No. Okay, it's fine. He lost the cannon. This was worth. He's mad. He doesn't have flash, so we could have gotten him, actually. Damn. Lost the cannon, too. Big time not worth, actually. Oh, sweet lord. Big time not worth. I don't care about that, Shaco. What you doing, boy? Why are you here? Does he really? Oh. Oh, he... Actually, if he had Ignite, maybe he kills me. I don't know. Right? I have to get something to win against this Nasus, because otherwise I'm just gonna lose, and it's gonna get worse and worse. I really have to muscle him down now, okay? I really, really have to muscle him down now. In 12 seconds, okay? 12 seconds, I muscle him down. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Please be cocky. Please, Nasus, do it. Please be very, very cocky and try to take this farm. He's not. He's smart, he knows. He knows that stuff is gonna happen. And he does, you know, I'm on a timer. Not him. He is not on a timer. He really isn't. It's both. He is on a timer and I'm on a timer to get ganked. You know? So there are two timers going on for me. One of them is the short-term timer when Shaco comes and kills me. The other one is when he scales. It wasn't worth it probably to zone him from that CS, but you know, I do everything I can. You can try pushing faster than Nasus and then zone. Yeah, I was thinking about it, yeah. I was thinking about that too. Okay. Dog. He's literally a dog this time. If someone calls him a dog, it's fine. I really want Maiden to apply this as he's last hitting, because that's worth. That's a big nibble if she does that. Oh, this is super lucky. Or is it though? Oh, sweet lords. And just like that, it's over, I would say. I don't think I'll be able to come back from this. I'm gonna have to do what Titus James suggested. Just simply roam around. Just roam around, yeah. And ignore him. Dog. It's too bad that Echo flashed away. We could have muscled down Nasus, I think. I think. Someone should check the replay. And if we would have muscled down Nasus, Shaco would have, you know, went with the stream. He would have went with the stream. Oh, Echo missed stun. Well, then it was the correct play, he just missed the stun. At least Nasus has a little bit less CS than me, and so that's at least something, you know. Nasus is really happy playing into this. I don't like it. I have to find a way to go top or something, I don't know, you know. I have to gank this guy, then he dies, and then I go top and Shen goes mid. Right? Something like that. Otherwise, what am I doing, right? Oh, come on, Shen. Yeah. Good gank. Good gank, Mr. Pokrik. I can't engage, he says. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We do have Jhin. I'm not sure if Jin wins can deal with Nessus later. Okay. I guess I still have some time before he gets Trinity, right? I can freeze a little bit here. Be just a little bit annoying. Oh! These guys just going in. I need that echo gank. And this time we have to do it correctly. Ah, he has a ward. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't tell him there's a ward. Oh no. Yes. Yorick, yes. Okay. It would be possible to kind of pressure the tower and, you know, at least do something. But since there's Shaco, and there's all the time there's threat from Shaco, you just can't do it against this champion. You just can't do that. He might actually kill me. I don't know why he's not trying. He could do it. He doesn't believe in his strength, so that's war. That's war for you, my friends. That's actually not that bad that he does that. I just have to avoid that Shaco gank. Yeah. There he comes. There he comes. There's that clown quivering in those bushes. Clown quiver. We really finally need to swap. He was indeed quivering in the bushes. Look at that. Okay, Nessus, please give up this tower. I need to take this and then I leave. Because this horrific experience is not what I want from the mid lane. Oh, he doesn't have mana for some reason. Wow. Let me release Maiden, maybe she does something. She decided to go top. Yeah. Well. AD1AD. Although he will go top too, so I can't really show that I'm going top. I don't know, does he have... Okay, I'll try to take the tower here. Maybe this works out, who knows. Oh, this could work out. Nasus, please don't recall. Please don't recall now. He could recall and TP here. Shen immediately needs to go here because he's gonna come here. He TP, right? Yeah, he TP. There we go. Why did you raise me, my father? Well, to have vision. To give vision. Hey, my boy. Can we take this, or... There we go. Whew. I don't know if that was worth. He will have ult, so... But we are not out of the weeds at all. This Nasus will still scale, and it's still gonna be very, very hard. I believe it's gonna be hard, okay? I believe that. Okay. Oh, did he lose the cannon because of this? I really like it when that happens. Because most players are not used to having to hit a cannon who has that much armor, right? So if this continues, we could smash. If this continues, we could smash. What's going on over here? Oh. What you doing, boy? Unlucky. Lucky. Lucky dog. I don't know. Do you think plated steel caps is the thing? Maybe. Do you think Nasus will be a problem in a team fight? Do you think it loves stun spawn Mars? I don't know. I think he is going to be a problem. I still think he is. We just have very fed bot lane, so they might pick me up into that bag. Because I like to be in the bag. No, I actually don't like to be in the bag. I like to do work while they, you know, while they do the... Okay. Was this even worth? Maybe it was. I feel like it wasn't. Oh, there he is. Almanac of the Universe, right? There it is. Okay. Oh. Maiden. I think she slacked off there. She wasn't hitting him for the whole time. I feel like she slacked off a little bit. Didn't she? I think she did. Bum, ba-dum, bum.
Yorick smash, Yorick farm, Yorick goes to help, gets distracted. Yorick smash,
Nasus is very annoying. He just sits in the lane, and then there's a moment where he just joins. You know what I mean?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I've played against Nasus 1v1 a lot in a scenario without the enemy team, just to test, you know, if Yorick can do it. And Yorick can do it, but you give Nasus just the tiniest hover from his jungler, he wins big time, immediately, without any question. Just the tiniest hover. Let me take that, thank you. Ah, almost missed it. Okay. Okay. Can you link me this Yorick song? My friend, Coffee Page. Coffee Page. There's coffee shop and you there's a button to quote unquote buy the song, but you can put in 0 there. Of course, you know, I wouldn't mind you putting in there a cool dollar bill, you know, but it's fine. If you want to download it, you can just download it. Gotta sponsor the channel somehow. I really want to catch this guy. I don't want to Yeah, there he is. Don't join that. Don't join that, Azir, I told you. Why are you joining it? Slap. Nasus is doing Nasusing. Thank you. I'll take it.
Shut down.
For some reason, Nasus was fighting Jin and won, which is really, really unfortunate because in my mind, that's the big fight, right? It's between Nasus and Jin. And if he loses that... There he is. Ghouls, take him out. Take him out. Dogs, please, do it. Smell him and finish him off there. The dogs did not do it. Probably shouldn't call your kids dogs. Then they will behave better. Wonderful release of the maiden, by the way. Look at that. Accomplished so much. Such an accomplished. Such an accomplished. Is streaming something you do as you know? It doesn't make enough, so it could be full time. Unfortunately, I hope it will. I actually would like more the little side projects, the websites to do the to be full time. So it's currently it's just part time. Yeah. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's just part-time, yeah. Okay. Two more towers. Actually, four more. But two more, like the two important ones. And then I can do a Yorick special. And then we win. Because after you do a Yorick special, it's very unlikely that they're gonna come back from that. Mr. Shen, don't do that. Mr. Shen, I told you not to do it. I don't want to be using this. I also don't want to be fighting this guy. But it's fine. I just have to wait for the dragon and then we start cooking. Actually, now I start cooking. And then once the towers are cooked, then there's going to be the eating. Right? Or are they cooking the Nexus right now here? Actually, I don't know. Are they? No, I shouldn't have TP'd there. This is really bad by Echo, I feel like, because now we probably don't get the dragon, do we? I gotta be very, very careful not to die there. I wonder if they are going for the Baron. They might be. They might actually be doing that. No, they're going for me. They are going for me. Yumi gaming happening here. Look at that. Echo gaming? Minion gaming? There's no worse feeling than trying to push, but they always send at least 2 to stop you. No, it's actually good if they send 2. It's actually good if they stop you, because then your team will get objectives. That's a classic Yorick. Yorick 101. That's the classic Yorick 101. Lulu? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, sweet lord, wasn't watching. Oh, sweet lord. It was... If they get the Nexus, you didn't see anything and it was calculated, okay? But if you don't, then Father was hypnotized by the... mind-controlled by the team. Yeah, Father was mind-controlled by the team. Okay. It's all because the music stopped. It's all because of that. There's a lot of champions on the enemy team who Yorick can't deal with. Actually 2, but that's enough. That's enough. Do you think lethality is viable? Yes. People have asked me that so many times, and I've said no so many times that I feel like I gotta change something. I have to say yes for a while now. Look at this beautiful health bar bug. Okay.
Double kill.
I think Yorick might smash now. Let's see. Yorick could smash here. He is very, very strong. That's why I don't want him to nibble me down there. But it's okay. Well, NASA, sorry. The karma is real. Almost perfect sound effect. By the way, Titus, there's another sound effect now. It's called Unga Bunga.
Bunga bunga.
It's called Unga Bunga, yeah. How are the games going? Actually, pretty well. Yorick by Hullbreaker, Yorick smash. I really wish there was a reason. I really wish there was a real, and I mean real reason to buy this item, because that's just interesting to buy it. It's just an interesting item to buy, this guy. You know, I know that it's I know that it's like it's trolling probably, but I wish there was, because you get two of the movement speed and attack speed things, you know, and I want to buy it next game. I want to get Hullbreaker in this next game. Because they do work well together, don't they? They do work well together. 15% movement speed for 8 seconds. That's something, okay? That gotta count for something. It was difficult to stay awake long enough to watch the Nexus explode. Nexus explosion is good, but now it's not even an explosion anymore. It's kind of like a fountain crumbling on its own weight, under its own weight, right? Ult and run. Yeah, Yorick run. Yorick ult or Yorick run. Something like that. Definitely. Yorick ult, Yorick run. Yorick run around the map. I had a 14-hour bus ride last night. Oh, I do not like bus rides. If they are... Oh, excuse me. If they are 30 minutes maybe, I like them. I actually think that the damage, psychological damage, isn't done on you when they're 30 minutes and less. Calcium, man.
Listen close now, my friend, you hear? Clear your mind and keep your focus near. The gold you seek is just right.
Would you consider yourself a League OG? No. By no means.
My friend, don't you taunt.
By no means.
Power is what you want. Ignore the noise and all the flaunt. Farm your minions is what you
By no means I would consider myself a League OG.
team will call but pay no heed. Follow the ways for all you need. Don't stray daughter, just follow creed. Farm your minions, be your lead. Farm, my friend, don't you taunt. Golden power is what you want. Ignore the noise and all the flaunt. Farm your minions is what you
Is it trigger every wife attack? Which? What? What are you asking about? Is that Zillion mid? I've played against 3 Zillion mids in the past days. 3 Zillion mids. Do they know something I haven't yet caught up to?
don't you taunt. Golden power is what you want. Ignore the noise and all the flaunt.
Ult item.
This is what you choose.
Well, there's nothing in it that triggers on any auto attacks. So... ulti item. They probably saw one of Zwag's videos or something. Did they make a video about Zwagzillion? No. 4 weeks ago?
Alright, everybody.
This Zillion
welcome
build should be
back
illegal.
to another video. Today we're playing some Zillion.
Well, Zillion is really annoying because he's super weak, but then once the ganks start coming, that's when stuff starts happening, you know? We have Los Vicos and Los Yavkos. Kisi 7. Pisgletsens. Gold will come like ocean tide. Okay. The Zillion is Greek. His name is, I think, Ruthless Backside Enjoyer. Oh. Zillion. Do not be family unfriendly. We don't do that on this channel. I know it's edgy. I know you think... I know you think it's edgy. No. What was that? What was that channel? Can someone rewind the stream and see what that channel was? Actually, I can do it myself. Where's my YouTube?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
What was that channel? Sorry for AFKing here, but I really want to see what that was. Do this channel. I know it's edgy. I know you think... I know you think it's edgy. No. Okay. What was that?
Minions have spawned.
Let's investigate. Hall of Legends map preview. Okay, Riot. Okay, Riot. There was literally a channel, Hall of Legends map preview, and Yorick did a swing there. If you rewind, you'll see that's what happened. Okay, I will buy the hex deck. I'll buy the hex deck. I'll do it. Okay, Mr. Zillion. So I'm gonna buy Hullbreaker first, and only then I'll get the Hextech thing. Okay, only then. Oh, look at that nibble happening over there. Okay, Mr. Zillion. Okay, Mr. Zillion. And only then I'll get it, okay? Only then. Afterwards. They have very mixed damage, so I'm not gonna buy any resistances. Sometimes when they have full AD or something, you can get Sunfire Cape. Okay, Mr. Zillion struggling there. It's fine. It's expected. I don't know what's his game plan. Enjoy some ganks probably. Slow me down. R himself or the jungler. Is this a song about Yorick? You tell me. You tell me. This reminds me, have you tried today's bundle? Have you done today's bundle? Sante doing a little bit of that Mundo action. I asked Gemini what is the best champion to build Sunfire against, and he said Xante. Because he, you know, basically does... He does these long trades. He's a fighter that's on you, basically. And it made sense. Zillion. That was an obvious gank. It was not. If it was an obvious gank, then they wouldn't have gotten ganked. Correct? Philosophically speaking, right? Philosophically speaking. Damn. That was expensive because now I don't have it anymore. Oh. Was he trying to... Oh. He got slapped because he wanted to do the double bomb. And, well, he got slapped. That's exactly what happened. I don't have to go back, I have TP. If you don't have Ignite, you can enjoy stuff like this. And ignore everything else, of course. Like Evelyn wanting me to just magically push this. If she wanted me to push this 5 minutes ago, I would understand, but that ping is real time, it's not... Okay. Come on guys, don't do it. Oh no, they're gonna blame me now. You'll see. You'll see them blame me. Okay. Let's get this and this. Oh. That's so low damage that I almost wonder why is he even doing that. Okay. Okay. Hex tech. I actually want to build its second item. No, third item. Or should I build its second item? Maybe second though. Yeah, it's better second. And this is the final game, by the way, because it's already over 2 hours. Sometimes they go over 2 hours, especially yesterday I was waiting for the bundle. That's not good. Not a good rhythm for me. Okay, Mr. Mundo, what's going on there? Okay, Mr. Xante. Oh. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Let me just ignore all that and take these towers, please. Give them to me. Just... Please. I don't want to see those horrific scenes. He doesn't have anything. He used his bombs. He used his bombs. Oh. He wants to revive him and get back, you know, revive himself and get back some health. That's obviously not what I want to do. But at some point, I probably will. I think he's just slowly losing the lane for no reason, you know, not for no reason, but he's just a champion who, well, just can't do anything against Yorick. So slowly this is gonna, you know, the tower's gonna go down. I think he even gets some... Actually, let me hit these. Maybe then the tower shoots them down easier. You know. You have a stream schedule? No, I do not. I do not. I do not, my friend. Mex. Oh, and he missed it. That's what you get for playing Zillion. Sorry, Time Thief. He's not a time thief, I guess. He should actually let me get him, no? The thing is, I have to get him outside of the tower range so I can put the wall on him once he you know, gets his thing back. Oh, there it is. Oh, actually, well played. Well damaged. In Brazil, 8:56, so good day, Mr. Rick. Hello, my friend. Hello. He's waiting for those ganks and they're not coming. He's in the crib. And you know, in the crib, there's not too much CS. There's not too much CS in the crib. He's gonna use the thing, right? Did he? Did he not? But it's good, you know, he gives me these plates. As they call them, the juicy plates. More plates, more dates. More plates, more dates, even if it's with the wife. Oh, the wife might die, so I have to control her a little bit, so he doesn't kill her. Yeah, there he is. Really thirsty immediately, you know? Really thirsty immediately. That Zillion thirst is something you don't see. Oh, he didn't have mana for ult. Interesting. May I ask what is a crib? Well, I used to say that, for example, when someone loses the lane, he's kind of like in the crib, like a baby in the crib, and he can't do nothing. And sometimes the jungler or his team will come and pick him out of the crib and, you know, help him grow up to be a useful teammate or something like that. And that's just the way I used it. Unfortunately, they will have 2 dragons and we will maybe have the first tower. 2 dragons, I think, is better than the first tower, though. You know, I could actually TP to top and take that tower together, but I just don't know if it's worth. Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth. Let's see. 10 seconds. If he doesn't have, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, actually. Plates are good, is money that doesn't contribute to the shutdown bonuses. Really? I thought that the shutdown bonuses are calculated by the gold. Okay, he chooses to do it on me, which is better than on the cannon, I feel like. Right? You gonna bomb me? Is he Iran? Is he Barack Obama? Why you bombing? Why you bombing? Hello, hello, Giga Child. welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Ah, too far. Different gold matters differently. Really? I didn't know that. Can you 100% give me a pinky promise that that's the way it works? Because, you know, sometimes people say random stuff on stream.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Yeah, there it is. Oh! Why is he dodging like that? He's losing cannon minions left and right. And soon the tower gone. You know, it's because the jungler's ignoring him. That's how a game... Oh. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Oh. Well, I kind of respect it, He would have died because he didn't react in time, did he? No, did he, of course. Oh. I could flash on Q, but I feel like, you know, Mundo just died. I might go top. Poor mage meets his ultimate weakness. Sustain, yeah. Agreed. And Yorick sustain is big sustain, okay? Yorick sustain is big sustain. Also, he can't farm, really. Okay, is she coming or something, or what? Yes. Oh, Zillion. Just by you using that E, you give me the knowledge. You give me the information, Mr. Zillion. Zillion, time thief. Time thief. I actually happen to agree with Dwight that if you spend 15 minutes at a water cooler in an office, it is stealing from the company. Because it makes sense. Because if you're getting paid for your hours, and if you're not doing the hours, what you doing, right? I was trying to get it. Was trying to get it. He claims gold. It's from Baus. Oh, is that not an old information or something? I don't imagine they would allow that mechanic, you know? Oh, he suddenly kills everything. Damn. Same as Zillion, you know, just surprising me with that. Don't do that. You can actually kill Dr. Mundo very easily with Yorick. You don't even need... of course, Liandry's is very, very good against Mundo, but you don't even need it if you have attack speed and stuff like that. But company is also stealing from you by giving you more money to D head boss than you, so you're really stealing by being a water cooler. If it's fair, no. Okay, you just, well, there's an easy way to answer this. If they are stealing in some other forms, okay, I would agree that, you know, if everybody's stealing, then, you know, there's kind of like, oh, you know, I guess, yeah, we steal, they steal, whatever. But if that doesn't happen, then you are stealing. In any case, you are stealing. It's just that if the boss is also getting more money than he deserves... No, if it's in the contract, then no, you are the only bad guy. If the boss has a contract for more money, you're just the bad guy, that's it. If you're stealing. So if it's... Oh, Zillion, what you doing, bud? Oh, that's lucky. That's actually quite lucky for him there. I don't like this. They have all the dragons. So yeah, if it's in the contract... That's that 8%er there. Zillion's gonna catch up. Oh, there it is. Whew. Crazy. I actually got that 8. Did you see how fast I hit him? That's because I released her to have it. So it kind of worked out. This is the first time I ever experienced that. So well done. So don't be a time thief, right? Yeah, maybe would. Rules are fair, stealing is fine. No, that's wrong. I don't think you should, because it's in the problem with that is obviously that you can say, oh, the rules are wrong, so I do bad. And then everybody forever, until the history of the universe, until the heat death of the universe, everybody's stealing. And that's exactly what's going on in sort of leftist thinking in the world. Because you can always argue that, oh, rules aren't fair actually. So that's a huge problem. It's even I would say that it's even worse to do that. Let's say that the rules aren't fair. It's kind of worse to do the thing you're suggesting, because it sort of implies a forever down going spiral of wrong, you know? It doesn't imply, you know, it kind of, oh, why is she afraid? If everyone does that all the time, it's gonna just be forever, you know? They did get all 3 dragons, yeah. How does that hit me? What's going on there? Is it just going through minions? Very, very... Okay. What is that? Why does she still have it? What's the duration of that?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Please do the double jump there. Okay. That was actually a good use of the taxi. That was such a good use of the taxi, damn. It's nice that I had the mental clarity to do that. How did Bezos get rich, and how is someone working his ass off for 50 years not? Well, because the value of what they do, others don't find that valuable, that's it. Just basic economics. Jeff Bezos didn't do anything like he didn't get rich by the same way, for example, Russian oligarchs do. He just made a service and people found it valuable, that's it.
Your strength grows inevitably far. You'll forget the fights.
Jeff Bezos is fine. There are far bigger villains than Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos just did he just made a delivery service, that's it. And it was successful. And if you're mad at someone doing that, come on, there are much worse things. There are people who literally use the system in a way where they just get they kind of get rich off of the state, off of the country itself. Now that's a much bigger problem than, you know, whatever problems you might see with Mr. Jeff over there, you know.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
If he would have paid a fair share to workers, he wouldn't be rich. He would be rich because he paid fair share, because they agreed to that pay.
An ally has been slain.
Okay. Is this the American education system I'm witnessing over here in the comments? Because it's, you know, I get the kind of disagreement with, you know, richness and whatnot, but this is just not in the any, you know, it almost seems like whenever someone pays someone else, you would see that as wrong immediately, you know, but that's not, you know. It seems like if you go by your logic, no one would ever be able to, for example, pay someone else to, let's say I have a property, right, and I need to dig out a tree, and I believe that that tree gone from my property is gonna, you know, make my property worth more. So I pay you to do that, and in the end, oh, that's lucky that it didn't hit me. And in the end, my property ends up being more worth because of that, right? Then you would be mad, right? Because I paid the guy, for example, 50 euros to dig out the tree. And then my land, let's say it becomes more beautiful. And then my land is worth more. And then let's say I sell that land. And in the end, I make like, I don't know, 500. But I paid the guy only 50. You would be, you know, mad, right? But that's not the right way to look at it, because the value, okay, Bomber children, yeah, I see them. Those are exactly those guys. One thing I enjoy really about building Tunneler is that you can just buy Tunneler all the time, and you don't have to worry about not knowing what the build is to, you know, to get. Oh, whoop! There it is. Released Maiden, got some speed. The tough part about this is that the opportunities to use it well are just rare. I think it's important to recognize that which is fair isn't necessarily moral. I don't think you're correct. I think that what is moral is the classic problem of you thinking that you are smarter than, let's say, 1 million people moving the market. And it's kind of a little bit, from my point of view, it's a little bit egotistical. You know, why do you think that you know what is moral? Because if you're saying that, hey, you know, that's too low, the amount of money I get paid is too low. If you say that, just argue for someone to give money to someone else, because the value of the work is the value of the work. You know, if you want someone to do charity, for example, you would probably say, I imagine you would say like, okay, so this guy is getting paid, you know, $10 an hour or something. And so it's not moral, right? Okay. But the value that they do is still the value that they do. So you could maybe argue that, hey, you know, the employer is supposed to do charity, meaning that they are supposed to do $15 an hour, right? And then the question becomes, okay, why does the employer have to do that? Maybe the state has to do that. Maybe the neighbors have to do that. Maybe you have to do that because you're arguing for it, right? We have a problem because I was ignoring the whole game, and suddenly, they just won the game. That's sad, but it is what it is, you know. 2 for 2 this stream. 2 wins, 2 losses. Report your mid, by the way. Useless. I was the most useful player in our team. What? What am I supposed to do there? Come on, Zillion. Market forces aren't a substitute for morality. Market forces are just the truth. Market forces mean that this is what the society values, and it values this at this. So that's just simply the truth, right? And if you think that someone should get charity, argue for the charity. Don't say that, you know, because no, it's a little bit muddied in that sense, you know. The waters are a little bit muddied in that sense if you do that. Because very often when people say that there's not a fair wage or something like that, again, the wage is the wage because the market forces do the market force thing, right? If you think that they should add an extra layer of charity on top of the wage, that's a little bit different argument, and I think that people could make that, maybe, I don't know. Who raised the value of the work? No, that's untrue. No, that's completely untrue. Who raised the value? I don't know what exactly you're talking about. I mean, you know, if it's just that whatever the market says is the value of the work, it is the value of the work, you know. Sometimes the unions can do that, but it's just, in any case, it's part of the market. Unions are also a part of the market, you know. The funny thing about communists is that even communism is part of the market, because the market is always there. It's just a very skewed and untruthful way of making of kind of, you know, of showing how the market works, you know, when you have all kinds of rules and stuff. I'm not saying you shouldn't ever have rules, probably you should. Although it would be cool to do it without rules. Because every time that there's a centralized thing, it's always slower than the non-centralized thing. Not arguing for charity, arguing that level of wealth inequality we reach has allowed capital interests to subvert channels workers have lobbied for. I could see that there's something very, very skewed in the market can happen. Something like that can happen. I could see that, but at the end of the day, the wage is so very, very well kind of fine-tuned because of all this collective psychology that it's really, really hard to argue that that it's not close to reality of the value that the people do. I know it's very, very, you know, kind of tempting to say, oh, you know, I'm actually worth more, but, you know, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're not. And it's nothing to do with your moral value. It's just that, what are you doing? You know, it's like the classic thing about Marxist communists digging a hole and saying, hey, man, you know, I dug a hole for 8 hours. Where's my money at, right? And then someone, and if there's no one to kind of value that hole, as ridiculous as that sounds, that's it. There's zero value for it. There's zero value for it. And I think the reason I bring it up is because like 50% of people who I see who talk about this stuff, they actually think that price of stuff happens because someone did the work. No, it's literally zero value if no one buys it, you know? Other than its failure to capture negative externalities, I think a chief weakness is how many interests can flow part of the process. Yeah, if you define capitalism as that, but when I say market, I mean just a kind of like the collective psychology of humans to value stuff back and forth. I would personally like to call that capitalism, but you know, I understand that when people say capitalism, they usually mean, oh, you know, the government's, you know, the business is influencing the government, oh, blah blah blah, you know, all that. Yeah. So they just stack and need it. No, it does not. It doesn't proc Hullbreaker. No, come on. That would be overpowered if they did. Imagine the tower going down like that. That could be a good change, right? I forgot what I was saying. But yeah. Negative externalities. Negative externalities should be captured, and they can be captured, always. And they should. I would say that the easiest way to not capture negative externalities is when you have a system which kind of blocks stuff, you know, gives, you know, the classic system that, where you have rules for certain and rules for not, you know, for others. Man, with respect, that's market rebel bullshit. You just ignore that people have fought for better working conditions. I don't ignore that. I don't ignore that. End of slavery. Yeah, you know, people fought for it. You know, they recognize that private property is the most important thing. And the first private property is your body. You know, and if there was a time when someone didn't even own their body, what the F was that? You know, I'm lost a little bit. You know, I don't even know what the arguments are. In Maoist China, the collective psychology people led. No, that wasn't the collective psychology. What I mean is, for example, when free agents, humans, do the collective psychology, and then they free human, you know, free psychology, meaning that they are free to act on whatever they want. That wasn't. They weren't free to act in China. So. It's just, I probably shouldn't have chosen the word collective psychology, because now you can kind of argue that, yeah, collective psychology of China did this. But what I meant when I said that was that the market forces, you know, in between each human, which is kind of like the thing that's, it's almost like, you know how I see it? It's almost like a theory of mathematics. It's just there. And it's always there, as kind of funny as that sounds, if you hate that, you know. Who said slavery ended? It's still here. It just looks different. You know, that's just a very, very, you know, tell that to someone who's, well, they're not alive, but tell that to someone who's literally in chains. You know, he would kind of, you know, smack you a little bit, you know, because they would choose today 100 times over. And then you would say, well, but actually, you know, it's the same thing. And they would say, come on, guy, let's just switch places, okay? Let's just switch places. When ghouls attack, the stack counter goes up, but you don't get it. What? Are you? No. That's not true. What are you saying? But that wouldn't... No, I'm gonna test it just to see how ridiculous that idea is. Just to see how ridiculous that idea is. Slavery is when you don't own any of your labor, you know, the fruits of your labor. So, for example, if in China you are taxed at 90%, you are 90% slave. If you're in European Union taxed at 50%, you're 50% slave. You know, I think that way it makes sense to look at it. In that sense, yeah, I would agree. But it's still, you know, it's not the same thing as having 100% and then they whip you. You know, that's kind of like crazy. You have to give some respect, you know, to people who suffered through that, don't you? Let's see. Let's see.
To summon Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
No, it does not. Did you mean this? Or did I not understand something? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Come on. Why did I think it does? Okay, my friends, so this is it. Check out Bondel, check out Malzahar game, and I'll see you next time. As much as I would like to continue this reading of this, I think you're all wrong and I'm right. Let's just say that. Does that make unpaid internships literal slavery? No, because you get value from those internships. It doesn't always have to be money. It probably should be money. But if you're doing that, I would say, yes, you should always have pay. If it's little, then little, but you should always have. But no, it's like if you get extra, if you get value in another way, whatever, you know, you can have that. But if someone comes and has, hey man, you know, you did this, and then I'm gonna take everything, then it's not. Yeah, you deserve that slap. No, I didn't deserve it. Come on. Why do homeless people not get hired again? Because they can't bathe? Is there no genders? Company suffers. I can't do this next time, okay? Remind me about this next time, because I like these thought experiments. It's pretty interesting talking about stuff like this. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Maybe tomorrow. Okay.